All right, here we go. Carver and Lisi here with you. College football picks. I'm going to leave it up. I'm trying to change the mojo, as Joe said. Carver and Lisi college football picks for week number 12. Down the stretch we come here in November of the regular season in college football. Mike Carver with you, along with the encyclopedia of college football, the one, the only. Go for the two, Joe Lisi. Hi, Joe.
What's up, Carver? I got a lot of mo today. I'm feeling strong, as they say. A lot of people are pissing me off, and yeah, I feel good going into the weekend.
You're feeling good, huh?
Feeling good.
Joe.
A lot of people are pissing me off this week.
Who's upsetting you? Like what?
Everybody.
Is this a life in general thing, or is this?
It's just people. People suck. Let's be honest.
That's true. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
This is everybody's a wheel. Everybody's a guru. Everybody, has the answers before the test and all this junk. I'm tired of it.
This is a safe place for you, Joe. You can come in here.
This is like therapy for me.
And you could say whatever it is that you want to say, and nobody's going to judge you. It's fine. So if you want to take some shots at people or whatever it is that you want to do.
I want to take a shot. I want to take shots at everybody. Everybody in the industry. I think they suck. How about that?
I'll tell you one thing. Now, this is before we get into all the college picks and we do all the things. Me and Joe, we used to do this every night. It sucks. Now we only do it, once a week. And it's not the same. So anybody who wants to pay me and Joe to do this every day of the week, we're more than willing to go ahead and do that. But aside from that, Joe, let me just say this. What the hell were you on in that Eagle-Packer game Monday night? Because you wouldn't stop about it.
Maybe
you wouldn't stop.
I had the Eagles. I know.
It was during the game, after the game. I woke up the next morning. There's more tweets. Yeah. He's still banging away. This LaFleur, this Sirianni, this guy. I'm just
tired of just these coaches and these players not understanding game situations. It's just, if you love the game, forget the gambling for a second, okay? And I'll get into that in a couple of minutes. But there's got to be a sense of urgency. You're trailing, man. And I'm not even rooting for Green Bay. All of my props basically were on the Eagles side, okay? I had Saquon and to score a touchdown. But you're down by 10 points. At what point does the freaking bell go off in your head that you're letting the play clock go down to 0 on almost every play with 6 minutes left? I just don't understand these coaches. LaFleur, Jordan Love, you're getting paid $55 million, man. Get your head out of your ass. How many possessions do you think you're going to get, even if you do everything right? I don't understand. But nobody, the problem is all these talking heads on ESPN and everybody that covers college football, nobody wants to throw these guys under the bus because then they don't get invited to the camp. Right. Then they can't be a-hole buddies. Hey, I want to go there I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care about going to camp anymore. I don't care about, being a-hole buddies, asshole buddies with all these people.
Whoa!
I'm serious. Bottom line. That's the bottom line.
Here?
Cut me out. Use the mute button. That's the bottom line.
Woo!
That is the bottom line. I don't care. What I care about is you tell me you love the game. You tell me you're getting paid $10 and $20 million to play a game. If you can't play it right, then nobody's forcing you to play it. The bottom line, though, that's a marquee game. You have a franchise quarterback taking a sweet-ass time with 7 minutes left to drive 60 yards down the field.
I couldn't believe that down 10 with 7.5 minutes left. This guy's running inside zones.
What are we doing?
Trying to establish the run.
What are you
down
doing?
10 with 7.5 minutes to go.
But the best is
why didn't you let your $48 million quarterback throw the football?
But that's it. That is the problem. And then how many times, especially at the college level, because these garbage coaches don't want to actually teach, you look to us to the sideline. So we get to the line of scrimmage, right? And then we're going to stop and look at the sidelines. And then the play clock is going to 0. Guess what, bro? You're down by 14 points with 5 minutes left on the clock. When does the bell go off in your brain, recognizing that we're not going to have drives left to cover or potentially win the game? That is what I want to give these coaches a slap. Like, wake up. But nobody wants to call them out. Dan Orlovsky. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Big Dan. I mean, give me a break with these guys.
You even tagged him. You started tagging Orlovsky.
Yeah, Gruden. I love Gruden. But you know what? Everybody's asshole buddies with all these guys. I can't throw, a LaFleur under. He's so good. He's so good. And all these guys in the FWAA and cover these teams, they don't want to throw their coaches under the bus. But guess what? Do you look at it objectively, or do you look at it through the lens of just the team because you're not going to be able to talk to the team and get the reports? That is the bottom line. That is why I love our show, because we look at it objectively. I mean, the bottom line, we look at it from the gambling aspect, but we also look at it from the game aspect. There's 7 minutes left. You're down double digits. At what point do you light a fire under your ass and try to score?
I don't disagree with you, Joe. I'm not going to. I thought it was very bizarre, and then I saw you tweeting about it, and I thought it was
because I want to get these guys. Because you know what bothers me too. What bothers me is in the pregame and the postgame, they don't actually ask the questions. How did the offense? Well, we just are making plays, and no. I want you to ask them specifically, LaFleur. Hey. Brian Kelly, when the play clock is going down to 0 on every single play, at what point do you get your head in the game? I don't know. Nobody wants to ask specifics. They want to just ask generalized questions and just get away with it. It's a joke.
It is a joke, Joe. Eddie in Columbus says Joe is playing position. We have to figure out a way to get him gear from schools like Gruden. That is true. Under week 14 for cursing on the show is now a winner.
Under week 14, that's it. I couldn't take it anymore. We deserve it.
All right, Joe. Let's do the college football stuff.
All right, let's go.
Because clearly we have a big week ahead of us that we have to discuss. I always start out by asking you, anything interest you in the college football playoff rankings this week? Is there anything?
Well, I mean, Carver, tell me if I'm wrong. How do they put Miami? And maybe they are the best team in the ACC, but totally disrespectful to the other teams. I mean, Louisville beat the. What do you mean you don't think so? Where's the quality win now?
It's
Notre Dame.
This is the thing now. See, everyone wants to. And this is why I kind of hope Miami loses another game. And I got a whole Notre Dame thing that I'm going to get into with you in a moment that I want to discuss. But you look at it, Joe, are they the best? They probably have been the best team in the ACC this year, probably just because of the win over Notre Dame. Now, Louisville's got
and USF, and the win over USF.
Right, and Louisville just lost to Cal at home as a 20-point favorite. That's and Miami's got bad losses as well this year. But look, I mean, who are you putting ahead of Miami right now? Other than, I guess, Georgia Tech's 8-1. I guess you could put Georgia Tech ahead of Miami. Here's the thing. They have Miami as the top team. But the path, Joe, for Miami to even get into the ACC title game is tough. Like, there's a lot that has to go right for them. They are not win and get in.
No.
Miami. They need other teams to lose, which could happen because the ACC has been so loopy so far.
But let me ask this: what they did by putting Miami in is, let's say Miami wins out and goes 10-2, but doesn't make the ACC, right? And Oklahoma wins out and goes 10-2.
Right.
Are we putting Miami over Oklahoma?
Probably not, because for Oklahoma to go 10-2 at this point, they would have to win tomorrow in Tuscaloosa.
Well, I know that, but
that's a better. That's a better win.
I think it is.
Than
Absolutely.
Beating Notre Dame at home. Going to Tuscaloosa would be a better win for Oklahoma.
I just don't like the fact that they gave life to Miami when they weren't deserving. It's like that we keep the brand recognition alive,
right?
Because and realistically,
but that's because they want them in, Joe. Now look,
but then it takes the pressure off of Cristobal. That's what bothers me.
But
that's what bothers me.
They're not getting out of this thing at 10-2. You know they're not.
I think they can lose this weekend.
They have got now. I don't know if it's going to be this week, which it probably
They
isn't.
have Pittsburgh.
Well, that's the game I think that everyone has circled for the big Cristobal Mario big chest. Although he's lost the road game now to SMU, so we'll see if he can. Going to Blacksburg, they shouldn't lose that game next week. That's for sure. They can't lose to Virginia Tech in that spot. But Joe, what I'm trying to say is you got 5 teams with 1 loss in that conference right now, ahead of Miami, and they still have Louisville with 2, who's tied with them, who beat them. So Miami getting in. You're telling me they're going to get in that large? ACC is going to get 2 teams in? I don't believe that.
I mean, if the 2 teams are...
Here we go with the U talk. I know. It's the U talk.
I
don't want to talk about it. It's just Joe brought it up. I said, anything off the college football playoff? Oh, yeah, Miami. That's Joe got right in there and went and did that. So, look, it is. Here's what interests me, Joe, and what to keep an eye on. And it's where the teams are that are going to try to slip through the back door. And the teams that are in that zone right now are Texas, Oklahoma, BYU, Utah, Vandy. Like those are like those teams 10 to 15 that might not be in their title game. And can they slip through the back door if the right teams lose and continue to move up by winning games? Now, Oklahoma's a little different because if they didn't lose another game, they're out. And
okay, but what about Vanderbilt? What if Vandy wins out?
Well, that's the thing. If
they got Kentucky and they got Tennessee.
Right. If Vandy wins out and they're 10-2.
Which would you take, Vandy or Miami? That's the problem, right?
Yeah, that is the problem. But you know who I think that they would take.
They would take Miami.
You think so?
Yeah, I do, because they put them at 11. They
remember though, Vandy would mean they'd be coming off beating Tennessee, who is 6-3. I guess Tennessee's maybe not as good a win as it was a couple weeks ago in that spot. But Utah also, Joe, is a team that now they would need BYU to maybe lose another game or 2.
I mean, it's tough. You could flip a coin because BYU could be in the mix. I mean, the Big 12 could have 3 teams.
I think they should get. I think they should have at least 2.
I think the Big 12 is better than the ACC. So I think it goes. You want to make the argument? Well, I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. Big 10 because of the defending national champs. Big 10 SEC, Big 12 ACC. But again, it's so hard. Again, I think Oklahoma, if they get the win this week, is deserving. I think if Texas has 3 losses, whether they knock off A&M or Georgia, I still would keep them out because of the 3. They got the benefit of the doubt during the year that Florida State got screwed, where they won the Big 12 and they got in. Right? You could have made the argument that Florida State should have been there and either Alabama or Texas should have been out. Now, Bama lost to Texas that year, so you want to say Bama should have been out, fine. But if Texas has 3 losses, they shouldn't be in the play.
No, they shouldn't. Now, here's the thing. Will the SEC get 5 teams?
Probably, because
Texas
you got
A&M, Alabama. Would you say Texas A&M, Alabama,
Georgia, and Ole Miss?
Georgia not a lock if they lose tomorrow night.
Oh, come on. They would have the head-to-head over Ole Miss.
Okay, I'm asking you.
They would have the head-to-head over.
If they lost tomorrow night, are they still a lock?
Yes, absolutely. They have the head-to-head with Ole Miss.
Fine. So Texas A&M. And then, you think Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss are locks?
Yes.
So Texas, Oklahoma, Vandy would be the teams that have a chance to be the 5th SEC team.
Texas, Oklahoma, and I would give it to OU if they won.
Right, but if let's say they lose. See, this is where the Vandy stuff starts. Texas loses tomorrow. Oklahoma loses tomorrow.
And Vandy's deserving.
They both have to. Well, they need to win out.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
If they need to be 10-2, they can't lose.
That's what I'm saying. They would be Texas, meaning Vandy wins out. They're 10-2. OU and Texas are 9-3. Vandy should jump them. I don't care that they lost the head-to-head. They have 2 losses, and that's the bottom line.
I'll give you one.
Okay.
That could be interesting. Because right now, the Big Ten only has 3 teams in there.
Yeah.
Let's say that there's those 4 guarantees from the SEC. There's 3, I guess you could say, quasi guarantees from the Big Ten with Ohio State, Indiana, and for now Oregon. Let's say USC beats Oregon, and USC finishes out 10-2. 10-2 USC to be the 4th Big Ten team, or 10-2 Vandy to be the 5th SEC team. Could be a decision the committee makes. Could be.
I mean, they're garbage.
I think they put USC in.
They probably would, because
of the
they want the look. The committee doesn't say it, but they want
I agree with
national.
you. I agree
They
with
want
you.
the
It's
West
nonsense.
Coast. They want Notre Dame. They want everybody in that they could capitalize more eyes on the product. So I agree with you 100% with that.
Let's Joe, let's get to some stuff let's get to this week's games and our picks. Now, I almost don't even want to put this on the board. I mean, this is just brutal.
Oof.
I mean, look, that is brutal. Now, thank God, Joe. You know what the weird part is? And this is why I'm changing things up this week. There were games that I liked, and I told you that I liked after we did the picks, that I didn't put in the picks, that ended up being blowout winners. UConn, Hawaii, I love these games, and they end up winning. So I don't get it credit, obviously, on the ledger because they were a respectable organization, but it makes it made my Saturdays more palatable when I get these other games. But when I come back here every week and I look at this, it's absolutely gutless and pathetic. The numbers that I put up there on the board.
21 games under 5.
I know that.
How is that possible?
But the weird part is like I'm not. Thank God, I haven't been that crushed on Saturdays. Like last Saturday was going real bad for me because early, I was on Mississippi State. We know all about.
Don't ever go against the Mortadella. Don't ever go against the family.
Me and you both.
Kiss the ring.
I had Indiana. I had a lot of things early. So yesterday was turning into a real bad day. And then UConn, Wake Forest, Hawaii, things started rolling for me later at night, thankfully, to get me back to a almost dead even day.
Do I have you? You're going to bow down and kiss the ring with the Mortadellas?
You're having an unbelievable year. 50 and
37.
No.
Kiss the ring going up with the ruby slipper against the Mortadell.
That's all fine. It's all fine and good.
Yeah,
now,
I know.
Here's what we're going to do. Let's get to this week's picks.
Okay.
Now, I'm going first for one reason this week, because I want to get something off my chest to start, and it involves my first pick, and it's my favorite pick. And then all my other picks, Joe, I'm almost going. You remember the Seinfeld where George did everything opposite?
Yep.
And he got the job. Like I'm going and I took the games I liked, and I'm literally going to pick the other side.
Right.
Just to try to change my mojo here with the picks with you. But I am not on this first pick. I am not going to do it on this first pick.
So go ahead. So
I will start, Joe.
Is this your best pick?
This is once I get into the spiel here, this will be the Ruby Slipper, no doubt about it, smash job play of the week for me. And I'm coming right out of the gate with it first because I need to take some time here with this because I'm tired of some of these guys, Joe. I really am. I'm tired of some of these losers who can't get over the fact I'm tired of them picking on Notre Dame. I can't have it anymore. I'm so sick and tired of it. Your boy, Joey Maguire, didn't have the stones as he sat there at that press conference to come out and say and take a shot at Notre Dame as he's sitting there praising BYU. They could have stayed as an independent. Other people. Joey, just say Notre Dame, Joe. That's all you got to do. Say Notre Dame. Notre Dame is still independent. Oh, BYU went and joined a conference and they did this. Hey, Joe, I got news for you. And this is for you, Joe, as well, along with Joey Maguire, who's your friend and your buddy. I'm going to tell you this, too. Do you want to know why BYU had to go join the Big 12, Joe? Because they don't have NBC giving them $1 billion to put their home games on their television network. That's why they had to go join the Big 12. All you people that hate Notre Dame, and I get it, you either love them or you hate them, no, NBC gives them a truckload of money to put their games on their network by themselves. Why the hell would they ever join a conference? Why? Why would they ever do that? Are they knocking down Kalani Sitake's door, Joe, to ask BYU to go be on NBC every week at 2:30 in the afternoon? Do they do that, Joe? Answer me. You, Joe, do they do that?
No,
Are they going to go knock on Joey McGuire's door and ask Texas Tech to go be on a standalone NBC Saturday afternoons? Are they going to do it?
No.
No, they're not. Because you want to know why, Joe? They're not Notre Dame. That's why. Notre Dame, and it goes back to what you said before. This is about a television show. This is about putting teams that matter. Does Notre Dame sometimes get breaks? Sure, they do. But to sit around and think that Notre Dame, because they're not in a conference schedules, all this garbage schedule every year. They play 6 guaranteed ACC games every single season. They have a cup. They play USC every year. The USC is running away and hiding from that. Mm-hmm. They play Stanford. Just enough of it. And then the next clown, this blockhead Narduzzi who coaches for Pitt. So first you had Joey McGuire who had to go and, not have the stones to, at least Narduzzi at least says it by name. Hey, coach, big game this week. You got Notre Dame coming into town. Oh, it's not a big game. Who cares? It's not an ACC game. Another guy taking a shot that Notre Dame's not in the conference or not in the ACC. Oh, this isn't a big game. Joe, I hope that Marcus Freeman absolutely, Joe, look at me, smashes this goon on Saturday afternoon, this Narduzzi. He's got a ranked team that's 7-2 with a chance to maybe get into the ACC title game play. I know this game doesn't count towards that, but this counts towards building resume. And to sit there on Monday and try to sell you that the game doesn't matter because it's not an ACC conference game, this guy is such a clown, Joe. I've had enough of Narduzzi, Joey McGuire, the Notre Dame haters. I hope that Freeman pumps them up all week and they win this game by 50. And you know what, Joe? They can. And you love the quarterback on Pitt now. He's your best friend. You bet on him all the time. He's going to get, you want to know what he's going to get, Joe? Smashed on Saturday afternoon. Pick number 1, Notre Dame, laid at 12.5. Smash job against Narduzzi and Pitt. Go ahead and defend them all, Joe.
I'll just say this. Be very careful. It's not on my list. Be very careful. This is a team in Pittsburgh that has won 5 straight, Carver. Heinzel has played well. He's putting up numbers.
Get serious.
Okay. And let me just say this, Carver. 2 things. What's the strength of Notre Dame's offense? It's the ground.
I know. Running the ball, and Pitt's great at stopping the run. Blah, 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 blah. So C.J. Carr will take him over the top. Because every time anyone's tried to stop Notre Dame in the last couple of games over in the run, guess what they've done, Joe? He's taken them over the top.
Okay.
This game is 54-17
very
Notre
defensive.
Dame.
Very
man, because I'm tired of it, Joe.
Defensive.
I'm tired of it.
Defensive.
And you want to know what? I'll tell you this. If Notre Dame and Miami are both 10-2, and they're in the last spot, and there's nobody else involved, I will sit here as a Notre Dame fan and tell you, Miami should be in over Notre Dame. Head-to-head matchups should matter in this thing.
Got it all figured out.
If they don't, then why do we play them? Why do we play the games if head-to-head matchups don't matter? So I agree with you. Now, if Notre Dame, Miami, and 5 other teams are all 10-2 for 2 spots, that's a different story. Okay? It's a different story.
Do you want to make this like, because you're so passionate and you went on a rant here, you want to make this like a 12-gamer? You want this one to count for 12 games so you could get back up to even?
Joe, this is only going to count for 1 game.
I'm just saying.
You.
You sure?
Freeman is a good motivator.
Right.
And all week.
Great motivator.
And all week, if he's got one job this week, there's 2 things he should tell his team. Number 1, this coach basically says our game doesn't matter. Go out there and knock their block off. And number 2, everyone's telling us that we don't belong here. This is our last game against ranked competition because they play what they got the next 2 weeks, Joe. Syracuse and Stanford, who they should absolutely beat. Wow. Oh, I know. Because other teams around the country, Joe, don't play teams like Syracuse and Stanford the last couple of weeks, right?
Don't forget the win against Navy.
The only ones who are doing that,
Don't forget the win against Navy.
Don't forget the win against Navy, who's a 7-2 football team.
Yeah.
Who, for some teams,
NC State, don't forget that one.
Open their chest if they beat Navy. Notre
Don't
Dame
forget the NC State win.
Oh yeah, don't forget that one as well, Joe. I know you're on the hater side, so there's really no point in even trying to bring this up with you. You wish that Notre Dame would disband them.
Let's
as
make
a team
it count for 14.
Not be around anymore.
Pick
number 1. Notre Dame minus 12.5. You can alt it, Joe. 19.5, 23.5, 27.5. Alt it. Smash job.
Feel like
Saturday in
you're feel like
Pittsburgh.
you're running for office. That was a diatribe you just went on.
Sorry,
It's all
go
right.
ahead. Pick number
Okay,
one.
now I could talk. Let me just say this. Pitt is giving up 74 rushing yards per game, 2.4
You gonna pick
yards
this
per
game?
carry.
You
No,
gonna
I
pick
didn't.
this game?
No, I just want to tell you one more thing.
I
This
know about their
this
great rush defense.
this
I
is
want to
the
hear all
most
about their rush
pressure. Can
defense.
I talk? This is the most pressure CJ Carr has felt in a must-win game since week number 1.
Jeez.
Going up against Navy and NC State and all these
I
garbage
know.
teams.
USC, all
No,
these bad teams that Notre Dame
this is
played this
pressure
year. I
on the
know. They
road
play the
in
Little Sisters of the
accuracy.
Poor and Nassau Community College and all these teams. That's who Notre Dame plays every year.
All right.
Let's roll out everyone else's schedule. Let's see who everyone else is playing. Well, who do Tennessee playing on tomorrow?
Eddie,
Eddie,
let's make this count for 15 games. Let's make the kid get
yes,
back
Eddie,
up to 500.
This is the Ruby Slipper. No doubt about it.
I mean,
bookie over the head with the sock full of quarters, whatever the hell you want to call it.
This is
Notre Dame minus 12.5 against Pitt.
I tell you, this is the meat locker play of the week right here, Notre Dame. I'm not picking that game. Good luck. I hope you get a home run. Let's go to a game that actually matters. Okay,
a game that actually matters.
Okay, let's go to a game that actually matters. Sure. All right, you ready? You're sitting down? All right, the Mortadells are coming. And Eddie, do we have the Mortadell? Give me the Mortadells, Eddie, in the college.
He tweeted him at
you. Maybe he's in the chat. I want the updated record for the Mortadell. So Texas A&M it got another impressive victory last week over Missouri. They completely dominated. They look fresh. They came out of the bye week. They were dominating on both sides of the football. And, now they have everything in front of them, right? They're 9-0. They win this weekend against South Carolina. They're in. They're a shoe-in whether they lose or not to Texas and in the SEC. They're deserving to be in no matter what happens. So all A&M has to do is take care of business. They went on the road last year in this spot, and they laid 2.5 to Lenora Sellers, and they got absolutely smashed in this game, lost 44-20. I'm not suggesting that A&M is threatened in this game, but I just think the spread is way too much. Now, I bought into one of these stupid reports that Lenora Sellers transferred. It didn't matter. I was still taking South Carolina. I know. 274 Sports, the guy puts it out. Mortadellers are 20-14. Mortadell, number 1. I think South Carolina coming out of the bye week will give it their best effort. I just think they match up well against A&M. Certain teams play well in these series. I think South Carolina is one of them. Give me the Gamecocks plus the 19 or 18.5 with the points. Again, I think it's way too many for A&M. There's a letdown, I think, right there. It's an early kick in Kyle Field. I'm taking the Gamecocks pick number 1 plus the 18.5. Mortadell uno. Whoa. What happened there?
It's a good pick.
What happened there?
I don't know. You disappear. You're running away.
Hang on, Carver. I don't know what happened. What happened there?
I don't know. You got all fired up about the Mortadell.
I think it was on tracking. Hang on, the Mortadell special.
Mortadell for Joe. Pick number 1 in that one. Oh, I just lost all I just accidentally deleted all.
Whoa. Mortadell special.
Mortadell special there for Joe. All right, I got to bring mine back up here, Joe. Give me a moment.
Joey Mortadell.
Next one for me here. And I told you, I'm going kind of opposites for a lot of things that I like. I'm just going to go the other side and try to at least get involved there. Late night, Big 12 after dark for TCU and BYU. Tomorrow night, the late night bailout blowout game. BYU coming off their first loss of the year last week. They got completely boat raced in Lubbock by Texas Tech. So nice job by them. TCU, of course. Good job by you with Iowa State, Joe, right? You had Iowa State against TCU.
Mortadell, outright.
Mortadell, lots of cheese for you. So TCU catching 3.5 now. This was 4.5 yesterday. Now it's 3.5. And the total's 51.5. You look at these last couple of weeks, Joe. These have been low-scoring games. TCU's gone to the low-scoring area. BYU's gone to the kind of the lower-scoring area. This is a tight game. Should be close for BYU. Anything can happen. It's an under, Joe. It's got to be an under. I love the under, but you want to know what? Let's get Big 12 after dark out of control. Over 51.5 for me, TCU and BYU. I'll go the opposite of what I'm thinking because the picks have been so garbage. Over 51.5, TCU and BYU. Big 12 after dark.
All right, I'm going another Mortadell. Mortadell dos. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm so happy you brought up Joey McGuire. You know, this team is dominant.
Joe, he's gutless.
This team is
Tell me
dominant.
no stones to just say Notre Dame's name. Doesn't have the stones.
This team is dominant. I'm not even going to address that.
You should.
Okay? All right? This team is dominant. Heading into last week, they had won their games at home by an average margin of victory of 40.3 points per game. You take the FCS opponent out of it, they had still won those games at home in Lubbock by an average margin of victory of 36.8 points per game. They get the easy win and cover against BYU. Who was on BYU? You were on BYU. You got smacked around, begging for a left. You were hit with so many rights in that game. They play defense. They're only allowing 2.4 yards per carry, 74 rushing yards allowed per game. They are a dominant group. And here comes the lowly UCF into town, coming off a loss against Houston, where they lost for the first time wearing those space uniforms. They were 8-0 prior to that, and they lost as basically a favorite against Houston in that game. I don't know. UCF has not performed well in road spots. They got blown out by Baylor. But if you look at UCF, they're playing much better defensively. Red zone defense only giving up 26% in red zone touchdowns, 34% third down defense. I'll tell you what, 23.5 is way too many points for Texas Tech. I know they're a great team. They're deserving, but I'm going to take UCF in a potential letdown spot. Give me the Knights plus the 23.5. Don't be shocked, Carver, if it's a 4-quarter game. Mortadell number 2.
Mortadell number 2 for you is that game. So that's, what do they have that listed at right now, Joe? How much?
23.5.
23.5. Jeez. So Mortadell number 2, the UCF 23.5. There you go. I got it marked in, Joe. I'll make sure that I have it there. All right. Pick number 3 for me. I will go. This is another game, actually. I lied, Joe. I'm not going to do the opposite on. I actually like this team. Last week, I told you Wake against Virginia. They got the outright win, Joe. That's just how stupid the ACC is this year. They went to Virginia, got the outright win on the road. So now they come home, Joe, and everyone's pumping them up. Everyone's All-American, Wake Forest. You've been watching North Carolina the last couple of weeks, Joe? They've actually been winning some games here. This was 6.5 yesterday, down to 5.5 now. I'm taking the Tar Heels and Bill, plus the 5.5 in Wake Forest. So Wake Forest put some food on my plate last week, and now I'm going to try go after them, Joe, to put a little bit more on my plate this week. UNC, plus 5.5, maybe even, Joe, outright could win. But for the sake of the show, I'll take the 5.5 as a little letdown for Wake after a big win last week.
I had them on the list. I took them off, thankfully. I don't want to be on the same.
Or Wake?
UNC.
Yeah, I like
I took them off, thankfully. Thankfully, they're not on the list because I can't be on the same side as you. Every time I am, I lose the game. No offense.
Family play?
No family play. Last 2 lost. Can't do it. Won't do it. Well, it's against now my religion. Mortadell number 3. I don't think this team is that good. We talk about the chin, Kyle Whittingham and Utah. I've been on this Baylor team almost each and every week. I'm not. I wasn't last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm on them this week. I think Baylor's live against Utah. The one thing that Utah struggles with is speed teams that take them and challenge them over the top from an offensive perspective. That's what Sawyer Robertson does. They're playing at home. They play much better at home than they do on the road. They knocked around UCF. They knocked around other teams and stepped up. They played very well at home week 1 against Auburn, lost that game, but they still put up numbers. I don't know if Utah can contain this offense by Sawyer Robertson, Josh Cameron, and those playmakers Bryce Washington as well, and the running backs. I think Baylor could be live to potentially win the game outright. They have to win out to potentially save Aranda's job, and I think Utah's completely overrated. And if you go back to the days of Winningham, he's not that great of a road coach. I mean, I know this year they've won some road games, but you look, they have typically been basically a 500 team dating back the last 5 or 6 years, maybe plus 550 on the road, straight up. Give me Baylor outright in Waco. Mortadell number 3. Mortadell number 3.
That's not a bad pick, Joe. I got to tell you. It's not a bad pick.
I'm glad you're not on it.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it, but you're not on it.
I'm not. I'm going to leave. You just told me you don't want to have any family plays. So
well, you're cold decides.
I don't think it would be wrong for us to have one, but forget it. I'll take it off the strike there. I'm not going to go after Baylor now this week in that game, but I think it's a good pick. I could see the logic.
Utah, you're my coach.
Utah probably going to run them over now, so I'm going to probably go play Utah.
Are you my coach now?
After this, let's get to some of these big SEC games, Joe. What do you think? Oklahoma at Alabama, the first of the 2 big SEC ones. That's in the afternoon in Tuscaloosa, just after 3:30 East. Alabama lost in Norman last year to Oklahoma. That wasn't a very good Oklahoma team that they lost to. Now you've got my guy Mateer coming in. This says Alabama, right, Joe? This is all Alabama. This line's down to 5.5. Everybody's on the Crimson Tide, right? I mean, it's just too easy. It feels like. Not for me, Joe. I'll take Mateer in Oklahoma plus the 5.5 in Tuscaloosa. Opposite day for me. Give me Oklahoma plus 5.5, Joe, for pick number 4.
All right. Okay. I mean, I like Oklahoma too. Thankfully, not on the list now. Because again, you're cold as ice with these picks.
Yeah, but I'm going opposites here.
Yeah, but you always like Mateer. What are you talking about?
Oklahoma. This is an Alabama smash spot minus 5.5 against Oklahoma.
All right,
smash spot for Alabama.
All right, Mortadell number 3. The more I've thought about this
game, your curveballs this week.
You are. The more I thought about this game, and I broke it down throughout the week. I don't know what to expect. I don't like the mindset. The team is dead. I get that. But then I looked at the spread, and I did some more recon last night, and I'm like, you know what? This could be an ultimate smash job. And I broke it down, and I looked at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make this a mortadell. Now, I haven't been on this team in a couple of weeks, and they owe me, okay? They owe me. So I actually think, and it's a rivalry game, okay? And it takes place in Baton Rouge. And I know this team is garbage, but they are head and shoulders better from a defensive perspective than what Arkansas has. I love Arkansas's offense. Taylor Green, Mike Washington, the Omega Blake, the Omega, the Alpha and the Omega. The Omega Blake from Charlotte. They have the big 3. I know they could score points, but they can't stop anybody. They couldn't stop Miss State. They couldn't stop Notre Dame. They couldn't stop Texas A&M. They couldn't stop a high school team with the way they're playing. They're coming out of a bye week. It looks like they should be, all pumped and ready. And maybe the offensive guys are, but I don't know about the defensive guys. And that's where when I look at this breakdown and I say, what are you going to get out of both teams? I buy more into LSU playing at home, and I know it's not a night game. It's a 12:45 kick. It's on SEC Network, but I've been buying in and reading the pulse of the Tigers. I think they absolutely smash Arkansas. 5.5, 10.5, 20.5. They rip them to shreds, and I love Arkansas. They made me a lot of money this year. Tennessee.
They
made money.
A lot of money this year.
Texas A&M. I was on them. Took them. The Omega Blake, anytime touchdown against A&M. He comes through. This team, I love. I love their unis. I love their playmakers offensively. I just don't love their defense. And I feel like I have a pretty good pulse on them. They haven't won an SEC game yet. The theory is coming out of a bye week, No. LSU is focused. I'm laying the 5.5. Mortadell Quattro. Mortadell Quattro. LSU rolls. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Because I think if they take them to the woodshed, they spank them. LSU. Give me the music. Give me the music. LSU rolls. Rolls.
Yeah, that's not a homer pick at all. Minus
No.
5.5 for LSU there for Joe. Pick number 4. All right, next for me. Where do I want to go here, Joe? Like I said, I'm just going opposites on a few things.
You're lost.
Everybody's on this Iowa team this week as they head to the Coliseum to see USC. You know, I was on USC last Friday night, Joe. Let me tell you, they covered that game against Northwestern, but there were some moments there where maybe Northwestern could have stayed with inside that number, whether it was that dressing Heward's kid up as a punter with the fake punt, which ended up being an illegal play that they got off on the fake punt. Then they had the ball going through the end zone on the fumble return, and they even knocked it out, and it went through the end zone and gave them the ball back. There was some weird plays that allowed USC to stay within that number. I was coming off tough, hard, physical game at home against Oregon. Got to make the trip out west. Now, last year, Joe, they went out west to UCLA as a 6.5-point favorite. And I know you remember what happened. That was like a Friday night game, and they lost outright to the Bruins in that game. So this seems like it's Iowa, good spot, 6.5, road. Not for me, Joe. I'll go the other way. USC, late at 6.5. Smash job for Lincoln Riley. They got it in their eyes now, Joe. Win out, can make the college football playoff. Don't like Iowa's offense on the road here out on the West Coast. I think USC will be able to score just enough to win by a touchdown. Lay in the 6.5.
I hope they lose. I really hope they lose because I don't want them anywhere near the playoff. I think Lincoln Riley's done a terrible job. And again, this team, the games they lose, they get abused in. And so I hope you're wrong.
Iowa. Iowa's just a shoo-in.
All right.
Everyone's on Iowa.
Well, guess what? I'm going to stay in the conference. And, top team in the nation is Ohio State. And they're deserving of having the top choice. Maybe. Jeremiah Smith.
Wouldn't ask Kurt Signetti that, but.
Okay, Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sayin, the Bo Jackson, the original, not the original, but Bo Jackson, C.J. Donaldson. They have playmakers at every level. Caleb Downs. And this is the primetime game for NBC, okay? And they're laying a boatload, 31.5. Now, we've seen this UCLA team get smashed by Indiana. And the kid, we're not carrying Neuheisel anymore, right? But guess what? Later kick, 7:30, 31.5. Nico going back to the place that he got abused with last year. I think you get a full-fledged effort out of UCLA playing the top team in the country. They're certainly not going to win it, but give me the 31 points, 31.5 with UCLA. I think they keep it closer under the number, pick number 5. Not a Mortadell, no Mortadell, but give me the UCLA Bruins with Skipper and the kid on the road in the horseshoe. I think they keep it close.
Wow. I can't believe you're taking UCLA. They might not score a point in that game.
Okay.
God bless and good luck to you. Another opposite play, Joe. You know that I love system plays. Unranked team, favored at home against the ranked team. We've got one this week as Duke is a 4.5-point favorite over Virginia in a very big game in the ACC to see who's going to make that title game. I went after Virginia last week, ended up getting it with Wake Forest. Now, Duke has been in this same spot, system play, 2 other times this year. Illinois and Georgia Tech. Would you remind everybody what happened to Duke in both of those spots, Joe? Smashed. So even if it was an opposite day, which it is today, I probably wouldn't be going back to the well with Duke for a system play. But since it's opposite day, give me Virginia, Joe, plus the 4.5 in Durham against Manny Diaz, who I guess now he might be the Penn State coach because he's going to be the last one standing. Nobody wants the job. So Manny Diaz could be going back to Happy Valley when all's said and done. So you got all of that talk too. Virginia, Joe, plus 4.5 against Duke on Saturday.
I don't mind that. I actually think that's a pretty good pick, to be honest with you. I like it. It's
a family play.
Finally, you got a good one. All right, there you go. I don't have a problem with it. All right, I'm gonna bounce around because I don't like the games.
You're not picking the Texas-Georgia game, huh?
No.
Okay.
No. I think Georgia should kill them, but they were on my sheet.
Oh, don't worry. They're my last pick.
They're on your sheet.
It's on my sheet.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Opposite play.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So make yours again, then I'll finish up with that.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to the Mountain West. I'm not sold on Boise State. I'm not. San Diego State, I think, is more physical. They're getting back to their roots, old school, run the football, blue collar, physical, turnovers, third down defense. They're laying only 1.5 against Boise State at home. I love home favorites laying less than a field goal. I do, because I think, again, I think the better team is the Aztecs. I'm not sold on Boise State now. They're out of the conversation. I know it's a Mountain West game, but this team had college football playoff aspirations. I think they get trucked. Give me the Aztecs, Carver, minus the 1.5 against Boise State.
2.5.
What?
2.5.
2.5. Excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong book.
Make sure you got the right number. That's all.
No, I'm looking at the wrong book. So, all right. There you go. 2.5. It doesn't matter. Less than a field goal, I'm taking the Aztecs. I think Boise State sucks.
You think Boise State sucks, huh? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Not a good trip to the islands for the Aztecs last week against Hawaii.
It's okay.
Smashed.
What happened? What happened to Boise against Fresno? What happened to Boise against Fresno?
Job.
No.
All right, last pick for me.
Okay.
I mean, someone's got to have the stones to pick the biggest game in college football this week, right? Texas and Georgia, between the hedges. I saw it all, Joe. I seen it all this week. Let me get it for you. Hold on.
Get it for me.
Here it is. Who tweeted this out? The Bear tweeted this out, right? Falika. Here it is. You ready, Joe? Mm-hmm. Here it comes. Under Kirby Smart, Georgia is 8-0 versus top 10 teams in Athens, covering all but one game. Texas has been an underdog 8 times under Sark. Longhorns have pulled just one upset. Joe knows what it was, at Alabama in 2023 when they got that game. I mean, this is too easy, Joe. 8-0 for Kirby in these spots? I got to see. What's everybody doing here going to the window? Let's find out, Joe. Oh, sure. 70% of the bets on Georgia. 70% of the money on Georgia. Everybody. Joe, it's done. It's all. Why are they even playing this game on Saturday night, Joe? Why? Why are they playing the game? It's all done. Kirby home. Texas. Joe, Longhorns plus 6.5. I'll go to the other side, Joe. You don't have the stones to do it. I will. Texas plus 6.5. Between the hedges on Saturday night. Opposite pick.
Really?
Going to the other side.
All right, ready?
Sure.
Gift. Here's a gift.
A gift.
Last year I was on this game, but I was on the side. And the game was played in Tampa. And I thought the Bulls should have smashed Blake Horvath and Navy.
American.
And the game was a dead under. Okay? 28-0. You look now, South Florida laying 9.5.
Sure.
I like Navy with the points in this game, but 62.5, Carver, is absolutely ridiculous for this game. This game is going to be played in a phone booth. Okay, I don't think you're going to get chunk plays. 62.5. Unbelievable. Give me the under, not over, under. 62.5 South Florida Navy. Now, I understand Brown didn't play last year. It was a backup quarterback. I get all that. But Navy at home is going to want to play a lower scoring game USF is much more physical in the trenches. They're going to look to exploit them over the top. So you got a contrast in styles potentially. There's no way Navy wants to get into a high scoring game and playing at home. 62 and a half.
63.
Oh, there you go. 63 and a half. Under 63 and a half. USF and Navy. No shot this game even comes close to that number. No
You're
shot.
saying there's no shot. It
no
comes
shot.
close to the number.
It'll be played in the 40s. No shot. No shot. Telling you. No
Wow.
shot.
Just another one. Again, we got a lot of these this week. I mean, I guess because we're late in the year, everyone's got so much stuff. Why are they playing this game then? I mean, it's just a done deal.
They should just hand the money out now. It's under.
Give you an early win token for this one. This is a done deal. That won't even come close, Joe says. This game's at 63 and a half. Not going to come close in the 40s. You're going to alt it down?
No, why?
Okay.
Why?
You like to do those things.
However, 63 and a half. You know what it is?
Game's attractive.
Are we at Christmas yet? It's a gift. It's a gift. Carver, look at me. It's a gift. You're cold as ice with these picks. Take Joey wheel play.
USF might score 40 by themselves.
40.
They might.
And Navy might get 0. There you go. Dead under. Dead under.
45-35.
Nah, no way. No shot that game goes
80.
into the 70. 80. No shot, Carver. It's a gift.
Carver Lisi, week 12. College football picks. Joe with South Carolina plus 17.5.
Mortadell.
UCF plus 23.5.
Mortadell.
Baylor plus 8.5.
Mortadell.
LSU minus 5.
Oh, Mortadell.
UCLA plus 31.5. San Diego State minus 2.5. And the under, that's the under 63.5 in Navy and South Florida for Joe. I am going Notre Dame minus 12.5. TCU BYU over 51.5. UNC plus 5.5. Oklahoma plus 5.5. Virginia plus 4.5. Texas plus 6.5. The dogs are barking. Woof, woof. You hear them barking, Joe? All those dogs. Do. And USC minus 6.5. The Carver and Lisi picks for week 12 in college.
You feel strong? You feel strong?
I feel strong about the Irish. I know that. I feel real strong about them. Shove it up Nardini.
I'm gonna be loving when we could stop talking about Notre Dame in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
can't wait.
We'll see. The best of the rest, Joe, that neither of us picked. This is one of these games tonight. Everyone loves. You love playing Louisville as a dog, Joe, right? You always love it. Like the Miami game. There's other game. Louisville getting points. The spunky underdog. They ain't good as a favorite. Now, this ain't 20 like last week against Cal, and Clemson's been awful this year.
Mm-hmm.
But you think Clemson could go into Louisville tonight and give them a little problem?
Yeah, I mean, Clemson's owned the series for the most part, right? So it's always, Clemson's
on
back.
Louisville. Another game that's too easy. I'm looking at here.
Yeah, but Carver, the problem with some of these teams is Clemson's done. Like Clemson isn't.
You want to bowl game, Joe? A little pride to go to the whocares.com.
Yeah, I mean,
in the second
Dabo cares, but the problem is that do the kids care?
No.
This team is 4-5.
They've had a bad year, and I haven't played them all year. I'll play them tonight.
I'm not. I can't. I can't cover it. What game do you say they got smashed in every game? Every game.
You want to lay 25.5 with Oregon against Minnesota and PJ? I kind of don't. Not the way Oregon's offenses looked the last few weeks.
So what? You want to take it?
I want to take it.
All
25.5.
Can we get the over there?
I don't know. Aren't you a little concerned with Oregon's offense? How they've looked?
Yeah, because with Lindsey.
But even against Wisconsin, they didn't look good. They haven't looked good the last few weeks.
I mean, I still would take the points, though.
This more.
I mean, they're not playing bad, Minnesota. They're 6-3. I mean,
2-7 against the spread.
Yeah.
They also haven't been getting 25.5 very often either. That's a.
I mean, the kid Lindsey's not bad. I mean,
You want to take him?
yeah, I think I will take him. I put it this way: I like Minnesota with the points more than I like Clemson.
Okay.
I mean, Clemson's got to win the game. They come out, they get smashed in the face. The problem that I have is, do you like the over in Clemson or the under? I mean,
I don't like the total. I'm just gonna pick a winner.
yeah, I don't have a good feel about that.
Okay.
I mean, for me, yeah.
All right. No problem. Saturday afternoon, back to Wrigley Field for Northwestern against Michigan. This was 12.5 2 days ago. It was 11.5 yesterday. It's 10.5 today. I like this Braun, Joe. I think that they're kind of.
It's in Wrigley Field. You know that, right?
I know that. I just said back to Wrigley Field for Northwestern. They're a hard hat team. They're a lunch
Hard
pail
hat
team.
team.
They're a hard hat team.
Bring their hard hats.
I believe that. And
Lunch pail guys.
I like Northwestern with the points here on Saturday afternoon at Wrigley against this Michigan team.
Okay, let me ask you this: we didn't bring if Michigan wins out and beats Ohio, are they going to be in the?
Well, if they beat Ohio State, that's I guess going to be a different story, right?
Man, you got to be kidding me.
Now, did they refresh my memory, Joe? They went to USC and lost, right? Is that one of their two losses?
Yeah, and Oklahoma's the other. Where's the marquee win? New Mexico.
Well, you just said if they beat Ohio State,
Nebraska, Wisconsin, Washington.
If they beat Ohio State, that would be a marquee win.
Come on.
Come on. If they're 10-2 and they beat Ohio State, but then you get back to the same thing with Notre Dame. I want to hear it because you told me Notre Dame shouldn't be in over Miami with the head-to-head. So that means you got to put USC in over Michigan if they're both 10-2, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't care if they beat Ohio State. That's how it should go. Make the head-to-heads count. What other games do we got here, Joe? Let's see. You want to lay you know what? That Air Force UConn game could have some fun to it.
It could. And good call by you. It was one of your only picks you got right with the UConn.
Thanks.
I'm just saying, even a blind squirrel got a nut.
I actually didn't have them on the picks last week. I played them.
You should have.
I talked about them after. I should have. I didn't have Hawaii. I didn't have UConn. I didn't have all the games that hit.
Look,
I didn't have. I
can't tell you what to put on the sheet. I mean, the sheet of integrity doesn't lie. You know what the problem is? Just admit it. And I love you. You just didn't have the gumption. You didn't have the moxie to put them on the list. You were afraid because you don't want to step outside your comfort zone.
No, I think that also sometimes I want, there are sometimes I audible some picks because I want to have some fun with you and go against you.
And what's in the background? What's the stadium in the background?
Georgia.
That's Georgia?
Yeah.
And you took Texas?
Yeah. Opposite day.
Interesting
indeed.
I hope it works out for you. I mean,
now you went after Cignetti last week and you got it. He's laying 29.5 at home against Wisconsin.
I think I might go after him again if I had to bet that game, but I can't do it. I got my money from them.
This Fernando Mendoza.
And wait, can we give him the Heisman? Give him the Heisman.
Yeah, I know.
But these people are ridiculous. Does Gus Johnson ruin the moment? Come on.
You got to know what you're getting with Gus when you go in.
Yeah, but what's the problem? What are these people? These people are, it's LSU.
It is what it is, Joe.
It's LSU.
Joe never changes his background. It's always LSU. He always has LSU back.
Well, no, I went with the AI generated Lubbock. You didn't like that. You told me it looked like a computer game.
It did look like a computer
game. I went with the Memphis
authentic.
Liberty Bowl. You didn't like that. Now
it wasn't authentic. You want to lay 7.5 on the road with Penn State and East Lansing?
No.
No,
absolutely.
They gave a big effort against Indiana.
Fire the logo guy. That's Carver.
You want to lay 15.5 with Miami against NC State?
No, I want to take CJ Bailey and the crew. I hope they win the game outright.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about Miami, Notre Dame, USC ever again.
You never really said what you thought would happen in the Oklahoma-Alabama game.
I like Oklahoma. Oklahoma, to me, here's the thing. Their defense is so good. And they're so
So
good. And Alabama can't run the football consistently. They're averaging basically 3.5 yards per carry, 112 yards per game. It's one of their worst outputs since prior to 2016, maybe even 20 years before Nick Saban. You have to probably go back to the days of Mike Shula, maybe when they were that bad, or maybe even before that with Francione. But the bottom line is they're a one-trick pony. And again, if Oklahoma could force Ty Simpson into long third downs, just the way Missouri did, I think they could be in margin and be within striking distance. The fact that Oklahoma stepped up on the road against Tennessee and some of these other teams, they beat South Carolina handily. I think they're going to be there. And the fact that they beat them last year and coming out of a bye week, I'll take my shot with Oklahoma. I think they win it
Georgia
outright.
Tech's laying 16.5 in Chestnut
How
Hill.
could you bet Boston College? They're 1-9. O'Brien's on the outside looking in. Their team sucks. Defense sucks. They have no quarterback. Unbelievable.
They're so bad.
Broken voice Gus. Give him the Heisman. Give him the Heisman. Oh, my God. Give him the Heisman.
Any other games? Ole Miss 11.5 against Florida. Neither of us had that.
Yeah,
game
now
on
this
the
was the
spot.
game that kept Ole Miss out of the playoff last year.
So some
they are going to smash, I think, them. If they have the opportunity to smash them, they will smash them just because that was the game. Jackson Dart threw 2 interceptions and they lost it.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson.
Action Jackson Dart. That's how it goes.
Everybody's a wheel.
Everybody's
a guru in this.
You got that game. You got that game. Man, Florida. Can you imagine laying 13.5 with Florida State against anybody?
I would take the points with Vatek, but who knows? Hey, they have to win out to be potentially bowl eligible. That would be, I guess, a win for Norvell. But
win making a bowl? The guy makes $15 million a year. Making a bowl's a win for him.
Carver, all these guys want
with
the
this
cake.
Big talker Castellanos before the season that Florida State was going to
all these guys want the cake.
I would fire
it too.
Fire him.
They don't want the pressure. They don't want this. I could see if they were making $300,000-$400,000 a year, which is still a great salary over the average, right?
I'll take it.
But my point is, they're making multi-millions. They're getting endorsement deals. They're getting $11 million. I don't care if you're fired after 1 year. After taxes, you're still netting $5.5 million at basically 42% tax bracket. And these guys are complaining like you're set for life with these jobs. Like, give me a break. How about I give you a kick in the ass and you go out the door? How about you do that, or a slap? You see, this is the problem that I have in the industry, is that all these beat writers, they're all ass kissers. Every single one of them. Everybody that covers college football live, mainstream, doesn't want to call out these guys. They don't want to call them out when they make the wrong decision. Oh, I know him. He's a buddy of mine. He's an a-hole buddy of mine. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. It's just a joke. Call it what it is. You want to be objective? You want to talk about it? It's like, okay, you got Matt Leinart up there with Reggie Bush. They ever going to talk bad about USC? They ever going to smack around Lincoln Riley because he's gutless and he's got his head up his ass half the time in a big game? They ever going to say that? Is Urban Meyer ever going to throw Ryan Day under the bus? I mean, give me a break now. I mean, it's a joke. And they're all, you know what they're doing? It's a money train. They all kiss each other's asses, and the only ones getting the money are them. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Can I get a bounce back cover from this Levy with 6.5 in Missouri?
You got to be a problem. Blake Shapen's a game time decision.
Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, you want to roll the dice. I mean, it looks like he's going to play, but he's coming off what, concussion?
He is.
I know. What's the report? Did we get the report today?
I don't even listen. I don't even believe.
Oh, the SEC is but the SEC has got.
They're Fugazi.
They're all Fugazi. I fell for the Lenora Sellers.
Fugazi.
Doesn't matter. I still think they're going to win.
Bubba Jennings, I heard one of the talking heads say that CJ Carr is the new Tom Brady. Any thoughts? I am one of the bigger Notre Dame homers you'll probably ever find. You'll never hear that statement come out of my mouth. CJ Carr is the new Tom Brady. You won't hear me say that. That's for sure. You're going to go up top tomorrow, though, against
Oh,
Pitt.
yeah?
Because
It's
Joe's
easy.
got him
Yeah,
stopping that run. So he stopped. They're going to
No,
stop that run.
That's the way you have to beat Pittsburgh. They're giving up 237 per game through the air and 18
They
passing
will.
touchdowns.
They'll light him up.
Hopefully he doesn't panic. Hopefully.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. I hope for your sake you made it. Well, I mean, Eddie, we'll give him 15 games if he gets the Notre Dame game right. Maybe
I'm not
get him
getting
up to
that's no 15
500.
games. I'm not
We'll
looking for. I'm
we'll
not
make
looking
it like
for
a
handouts.
bonus wheel, like
I'm
how
not
the
looking
books
for
give you.
handouts. It's one game. I don't need handouts. I don't need that from
Well,
you.
you're
What do you think?
17
You're puffing your chest because you're having a big year in college that you're going to puff your chest? Just remember something. In the bowls, I took you down last year in the bowls.
I
and
mean,
the regular.
Bulls, you don't know what
Like,
you're going to
you
get
got to
with these
understand.
teams.
Even if you whether you win this by 20 games or not, it only counts as one win. I've beaten you in the college regular season. I've beaten you in the college bowls. I've gotten you before in the past. This isn't, so you get me in the fall. I got caught a little sleepy early in the season because I wasn't in the groove.
You were friggin'
because I wasn't worried. I wasn't doing anything except that I caught me a little sleepy early on. I wasn't as focused. Now I've been back in the last couple weeks. It's still been bad.
Little sleepy.
Still been bad. Last couple weeks.
A little sleepy. See, would you take an
sleepy.
Ambien?
I haven't. Early in the year,
Would
I
you
didn't
take an
have the
Ambien?
same
You're drooling. You're in a stupor. You're so out of it.
Come on.
I mean, the like saliva's coming down. You're basically half unconscious with these picks.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta tell, and people come up to me on the street, like when I do these, hey, Lise, what's up? Hey, Joe, I love the show. Carver, we miss Lise, right? What's with the picks? I just go like this,
that's what they're saying. People,
let
me just tell you something, Joe. Your face is all over the place. I'm sure the last thing that people are stopping you about is my college football picks. It's the last thing.
That's not nice, Carver. They love you.
The
people. First thing people come up to me, how's Carver? What's with the picks? I just go like this.
What's with the picks?
Whiskey sour.
What's with the picks? He says.
I just do this.
And
let's have another talking head come
on. All
on.
right, look, we gotta get to the NFL. So that's good for the college this week. Great job. Next week, big week. What's the big game next week, Joe?
There's none really. We got the ACC.
Is next week the week where all the SEC teams play the Citadel and they play all those games? So that's an awful week next week.
It's Pitt and G-Tech is the front and center.
USC Oregon, good game next week.
Well, it's all right.
Pitt, Georgia Tech, Tennessee, Florida.
How was that a good game?
Missouri, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Come on.
Michigan, Maryland.
Come on. The slate
BYU,
sucks.
Cincinnati. Big road games for Sataki.
The slate sucks next week.
Cuse at Notre Dame.
Come on.
All that going on. All right, we will come back with the NFL picks in short order, literally in less than 5 minutes once we get Joe all dialed up here. Carver Lisi